Hey, what's up, everyone? It's your friend Bats. My name is Jared. Here's Carl taking a nap, and there's Princess Boots taking a nap. And here is DC Finest Batman Red Skies by Doug Munch, Tom Mandrake, and Gene Colan. This collects the Batman stories of 1985 to 1986. It is right before Crisis, and it is a very chunky book. It is like 651 issues. And what it does is it basically jumps between the two respective Batman books, Batman and Detective, and at the time, they seem to be all written by Doug Munch, and boy, put in work. And so these stories, from what I understand, have never been collected before in collected edition. So I was pretty happy to get this because it always seems like they keep managing to they collect all the Batman stuff from like post Crisis, and this is literally right before Crisis, and I guess into post, because it does have Batman 400 in this volume, but a lot of the stories here are, some of them are really good, and some of them are actually kind of a drag. But overall, there was a lot of things that I like about this book. What I do really like about this book is the consistency in the writer all the way through. That's really cool. It seems pretty rare. And on the most part, the art stays pretty solid. There are some wonky issues, but overall, there is consistency in the art. There are also things that, because these had never been collected, and I never really bought too many Batman comics from 400 and down, where I had like runs of it. So a lot of this was all new for me. And so one of the things that I discovered that I really liked was the dynamic between Jason and Harvey Bullock. I don't know why I made that a question. But it turns out that Bullock had a lot of, now as I'm talking about, I can't seem to find it. Oh yeah, here we go. So there's a lot of team up with Jason and Harvey Bullock throughout this book. And it's almost kind of like Batman goes off and does his own thing, and then Robin teams up with the cops. And it's a lot of fun, actually. Like seeing the grumpy, cigar smoking, fat, and like I never knew this about it. Bullock's character, he's like an absolute klutz. Like it's like cartoonish. Like it's pretty much slapstick. Like everything he does is he's like knocking things over or breaking stuff, or so he like knocking over a trash can. He puts his feet up, and then like, when he gets out of the chair it breaks. It's like he's just a klutz, and it's like a cartoonish slapsticky thing. But there's this character Nocturna. She pretty much disappeared after the Crisis, and during this first half of this volume is you see the red skies. The book's called Red Skies, and it's because the skies are red, and they find an opportunity multiple times throughout all those first half of this volume to remind you that the skies are red, and the sky is still red. And if you've forgotten, a couple of pages later, they'll remind you that the skies are red over and over and over again. And I was like, all right, we get it. Yeah, the sky is bleeding. The crimson skies, blah, blah, blah. But overall, that was just Some of these issues were a slog. They were just kind of, I felt like some of them kind of dragged on, but then some of them zipped by and they were just great. I did enjoy the Green Arrow team ups in the detective issues. Those were fun. And some of the issues, so there's like this thing in the Batcave. If someone's read this and can explain it to me, because it wasn't explained in here, there's this thing in the Batcave, or a rock, that water drips on and forms things. And so, like, Bruce is like, look, it's formed a cat. It's meant we're supposed to be together. And Selena's like, yeah, that's nice, dude. Pretty much. So, yeah, like, solid. Like, this was a solid, just overall solid thing. And, but yeah, some issues were slog and some were fantastic. I'm trying, so, like, this Two-Face story is 3 issues long, total slog. The will he, won't she, stuff with Catwoman, Batman, slog. But then you had, like, stories with, see, it's still going on with this Two-Face stuff. I felt like this was like, but this annual with Hugo Strange, fantastic issue. Fantastic issue. And then in the back here, we got, was it Batman 400? Also, really great issue with, like, tons of talent in the Batman mythos. We get this history of the Golden Age Batman, fantastic stuff. Was a bit wordy, but it was really good. Fantastic issue, which then leads into the Batman 400 issue. And it's just great. It's a big, like, hurrah. We're at 400, time for Batman to die and be reborn, which then leads into Batman Year One. So yeah, love this volume on the most part. There were some parts where I'm like, oh, come on, let's get on with it. But yeah, great book. If you can find a copy of it, or it's still available online, I highly recommend you go get it, because it's never been printed and it's a lot of good stuff. So thanks for watching. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace.